Okay. Hi, everyone. I'm Hillary Weller, and I haven't done this before, so it's kind of fun. Let's see. I grew up here in Fairbanks, Alaska, and got away for a little bit. Went to school in Colorado and Washington, and got my environmental science degree in 2001. So it's been, I'd say, 15, 16 years since I've been in school full time, and I'm really looking forward to being back in school. I'm feeling a little bit like I have some learning to do, which is always good. And let's see. Uh, yeah, I've done a little bit of work in the social services field. That's kind of been my primary go to whenever I do have a job that's fulfilling. I was a park ranger right out of college and at Mount Rainier and loved that. And then I got into being a social service worker in Oakland, California. And coming from Alaska, that was a huge change. I'm not really a city person. Um, kind of thought there were a lot of cops and just loud sounds, and it was kind of exhausting just being in the city. So I was glad to get back into the woods, and I was a raft guide for a little bit. Um, but when I was in the city, I had one of my better jobs, which was working with people who have disabilities, and we would just do anything that they wanted to do. It was very client centered and directed, and so I would do many recreational activities all throughout Oakland, California. And then following that, I moved back to Alaska, not Fairbanks. I don't know why we live here. Who lives here? It's 40 below. Actually, it's been really nice these last few years. But anyway, I moved back to Homer, where I'd never been, and it didn't seem very Alaskan because it wasn't cold, and it was also very liberal. But my job was to start an adaptive recreation program, and we had gotten a grant through the Independent Living Center, and I was hired to kind of start that. And it involved fundraising and community outreach and just kind of program building, getting the word out what this new program was and what the community wanted. So I did a lot of interviews and that kind of thing. And after that, I moved back to Fairbanks. I met my husband there, and then there aren't a lot of jobs there, so he didn't have good work, and we moved back to Fairbanks. And then I had a great job at UAF, School of Education. So I knew our professor and a whole bunch of other faculty that I enjoyed working with and getting to know. My job was with the elementary department, and if you were going to be a teacher and already had a degree, then my job was to help with the application process and then assist through the student teaching internship year. And I feel like I'm talking forever, so I'll just make it quicker. I had my family. I have two kids, 5-year-old, 8-year-old, and they're awesome. I didn't love being a mom at first. It was really hard adjustment for me. Just kind of stopped me in my tracks. I wasn't as free to do as much, but I'm 8 years into it and I love it. I volunteer at the schools. I'm a stay-at-home mom. I'm PTA secretary. We're working on the science fair. I'm developing some rubrics for the science fair. I coach after-school soccer. I enjoy being part of the school system. So now I get to do it, go to school and be a school counselor. And thanks for listening. Okay, it'll be fun getting to know you and responding to your posts. So thanks for